Hi my loves, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I am going to do my top drugstore favorites videos today. So I'm going to do 10 items because I feel like this video would be excessively long if I started to talk about everything I love. I have a whole video of all my recommendations for a starter kit from the drugstore, like all the drugstore makeup I recommend for your starter kit of makeup. Also I have my top recommendations from the drugstore. I'll list that down below. That video is hella long. So I said I would compact it into a little bit of a shorter video doing 10 items, and these are like my creme de la creme top recommendations from the drugstore. The things that when I run out of I would have to go and repurchase, and things that I recommend to you, and I'll explain why when I'm going through them. I did a high-end version of this and my top underrated products as well, and a lot of you guys wanted to see the drugstore version, so here it is. So I'm going to start off with something that is quite rare in the drugstore, I find, and that is good makeup palettes. Now GEEK is a brand that is available in a lot of pharmacies nationwide, and I think they're branching out into the US now because I start to see some of my favourite US bloggers mentioning them. These are their eyeshadow palettes. This is the Storm palette. You can see they're quite beautiful, very pigmented shadows as well, but you can see the blue one there. They're super pigmented, beautiful on the eyes, you can see them there. Very rare, I find, from the drugstore to actually find a palette that is really pigmented, beautiful colours, and it blends easily on the eyes, lasts throughout the day, and looks somewhat kind of interesting and unusual and unique. And GEEK definitely knocked the ball out of the park when they made these palettes. This is another favourite, the Vintage Romantic. It's just gorgeous. Golds and purples, they're like everything I look for in a palette. The Also Special palette is probably one of their most famous palettes, and they have like an au naturel one, they have a complete matte palette. They have something for everybody, and I highly recommend them. And there's something that I reach for when I want to do like a drugstore makeup look. I say, oh GEEK, that's great, because I know that their eyeshadows are going to perform well on the eyes. I'm going to move on to a foundation now. This is one of my highest asked questions, is what's your favourite foundation? I can't pick that, guys. I really can't, because I have so many favourites. It depends on the time of the year, it depends on how my skin is performing, etc, etc. But one that never ever fails me is L'Oreal Infallible. Now, I have oily combination skin. If you have drier skin, this may not work for you. I hate the matte version of this, whatever reason, I don't like it. It sits disgusting on my skin. It sits into pores that I didn't even know I had. I love the original version. It's probably designed more for normal skin. A lot of people have said this foundation doesn't work for them. Fortunately, it works amazing for me. It lasts all day. I find it doesn't break down on the common places like the tip of my nose, my chin, which I find with a lot of foundations I'm starting to look like an oily mess come around 4 or 5 hours of wear. This does not do that. It doesn't break down on me. It lasts amazing on my skin. It looks like my skin, but just a better version of it, if that makes any sense. I love the True Match too, but the only reason I'm not recommending that is because if I have problematic skin, it's not going to cover up. It's just a little bit less coverage than this bad boy here. So I'm recommending this because if I'm having a bad skin day in any way, shape or form, this is going to perform amazingly. It's going to cover up any of my imperfections, make my skin look fresher, but not be like a mask on my skin either. It's really easy to blend, it lasts ages on the skin, it's really affordable, and I love it. Love it, love it, love it. The next product is something that everybody does not need in their life, but it's just something that I absolutely adore, and that's lip liners. Lip liners are very hard to get right, I find, because the pigmentation in them can be lacking. They might like bleed all over the place, or they might be drying on the lips either. But the ones from Rimmel are my favourite. It doesn't matter what Rimmel lip liners you get, they're all amazing. So some of my favourite ones are colours would be Essence Snob. It's a lovely pink one. It's Under by Spell. It's kind of like a burgundy purpley type shade. I absolutely love Addiction. It's one of my favourite lip liners that they have. One of my other favourite ones here is Cappuccino. I wore Cappuccino on my lips with Desert Suede from Dose of Colours over it, and it just looked amazing. It's a perfect cool tone lip liner. So they're just some of my favourites. I have a lot of favourites. Their lip liners are my favourite by far out of the drugstore. Oh, I absolutely love them, highly recommend them, and they're super affordable, and they just come in a range of different colours. Honestly, there is something for everyone from Rimmel's lip liners. I love them. The next product I have to mention has been one that's been in my life for a very long time. I think since I first started ever doing makeup when I was about 15 or 16, and that is the Stay Matte Press Powder from Rimmel. It's nothing fancy, and believe it or not, the packaging has been the same for all the years that I've been using it. They've never changed it and I hate it. But it's probably cheap and that's what keeps the price down in it, so I don't care. It's the product that means the most to me. This powder will set you for life. It doesn't have like a huge amount of colour in it, so it's not going to change or tint your foundation in any way. It's just going to set your makeup basically and stop your natural oils from coming through too early in the day. It is really silky on the skin. There's no like, it's not overly powdery even though it is powder. It doesn't sit on top of your face either. I hate that from products where it's like a layer of powder just sitting on top of your face. This just blends nicely into the skin. I go through tons of these a year, like I mean so many. It's only €5, so I never really feel bad about it. It is one of my favourite pressed powders ever. Even out of high-end powders, it is one of my favourite ones. I absolutely adore it and I highly recommend it if you haven't tried it, and I think everybody should have it. If they don't, try it. Try it out. The next product I want to talk about is a mascara, and I haven't actually opened this one, but it is my favourite mascara from high-end or affordable. It is my favourite. It's the Volume Million Lashes So Couture. Now L'Oreal do fantastic mascaras as it is, and this is their best one, but the voluminous one is amazing too. Their telescopic is great as well. I just like this the most. I don't have the longest lashes. I know I have eyelash extensions on right now, but normally or naturally I don't have the longest eyelashes. Anything that can make my eyelashes look fuller and more voluminous, I'm all about that life. It gives me like volume and spread out lashes. It makes my lashes look full and in your face without looking too spidery, or you know, it doesn't build up too much product on the lashes and make them look heavy or way down. It's really nice. It doesn't flake off onto your face either. I hate that from mascaras. It is just an amazing mascara and I highly recommend it if you haven't tried it. Obviously you need to throw out mascaras every 3 months and stuff like this, but I find that I do get about 4 and a bit months out of this mascara, so it does last really long. It doesn't dry up in the tube. Shouldn't possibly be wearing mascara that long on your eyes, but it's only me who's using it. As long as I'm not getting any infections from it, it's okay. These next products I've talked about a ton of times before, and I still don't think they get enough hype. They're getting an awful lot of hype from me, but it is the Milani lip, what are they called? Milani Amore Matte Lip Creams. A bit of a long-winded name. So they're basically liquid lipsticks from Milani, and look at the packaging. They're so cute. They look so expensive with their little gold lids. They remind me of the Elizabeth Arden lip glosses. So my collection with these is constantly growing and building all the time. I'm finding new colours that I love. They've got gorgeous ones now for the winter time. My personal favourite is this brown one here in Covet. It is so beautiful. I wore it in a tutorial actually. I'll link that if it's up already. It probably won't be though, but it might be. Beautiful liquid lipsticks. They are amazing on the lips. They're not drying. You can build them up just to get a little bit more intensity, but they're basically opaque in one swipe. They come in so many different colours. Like you can already see some of the colours I have here, like really bright and amazing, beautiful colours. There's a colour for everybody. There's a colour for every different occasion and season, and I absolutely adore these. They don't get enough hype. I don't know why, because liquid lipsticks to me, they have to be comfortable on the lips as well as long wearing and not be overly drying, and I find that these are perfect for what I'm looking for, and they're not overly drying or anything like that. They look amazing on the lips, and all the different colours and everything like that, they give me life. If you haven't tried them, definitely pick them up. Some people said they're really hard to get. I will link down where I get them below. I usually buy mine online because you can't buy Milani in Ireland. The next product I want to talk about are from Sleek, and these are their blushes, and I have a ton of these blushes. I think I've nearly all of them, or very close to all of them. That looks like nothing in the pan. You're probably looking at that going, what the hell should you recommend that for? But that is actually my favourite blush that they have, and it is suede, and it goes with every single makeup look that I wear. Because it is a neutral colour, it will go with everything and look really nice with every makeup look, and I adore it. Out of all the blushes that you can find in the drugstore, they are one of the most pigmented, long lasting, really amazing on the skin. The only ones that I found that I'm liking a lot lately as well is the ones from Wet n Wild. I think Wet n Wild are really coming out with gorgeous blushes these days, but the Sleek ones, I just like them a little bit more because they are a little bit more amazing on the cheeks. Another favourite colour of mine is Rose Gold from them. It's a beautiful shade. It reminds me slightly like NARS's Orgasm, but it's a little bit more peachy than it. I think this makes your cheeks look radiated. You look really bright and fresh and awake and alive. I think their blushes are one of the best blushes on the market, especially from the drugstore. They're just amazing, and they're not powdery, and they don't fade throughout the day. They look great on everybody, and there's something for everyone. The next thing I want to talk about is a primer. Now primers are not something that I would normally be like, oh, you need this primer, it's so amazing, because it's just a primer. Primers are that, they just prep the skin prior to putting on any of their makeup. But one of my favourite primers, one that I highly recommend, is the Catrice Prime and Fine. I absolutely adore this primer. It looks like that on the inside. I've like well used it up now at this stage. It's like a silicone based type of primer, but when you put it on the face, it doesn't feel tacky or anything like that. It just fills in any of your pores. It makes your foundation sit on top of your primer, obviously, and not on top of your skin, like sinking into it. It stops your foundation from fading, makes it last a bit longer. Ugh, nearly couldn't get my words out there. And it stops my foundation from fading throughout the day. It also stops me from getting overly oily, and I just like this particular primer because of the consistency of it, the formulation. I don't know what it is about it that I really like. I can't put my finger on it, but I just know I love it. Whenever I'm running out of it, rather, I have to go and buy another one. I absolutely adore this. The next thing I want to talk about is another face product, and this is kind of an underrated product for me actually, because I don't see a lot of people talking about it. Maybe it's not available in the US yet. Maybe I'll see more people talking about it then. The Trio palettes from Rimmel. I have all 3 shades. I just think this is an amazing product. It's very rare to see a blush, a contour and a highlighting product from a drugstore brand. And this product is amazing. The contour shade in this, I'm wearing it today. I'm actually wearing all 3 products on my face. I'm wearing the blush and the highlight as well. Just look how dark that contour shade is. It is so dark. Now obviously this is the darkest palette, you can get lighter shades, but it is a gorgeous matte brown and it's a very cool toned shadow, so it's a perfect shadow for contouring and chiseling out your cheekbones, and I absolutely adore this. The highlight is amazing in it as well. That's it there. It's just really pretty. And then the blusher is gorgeous as well, and that's the blusher there at the top. I don't know if you can see it. All 3 colours are amazing, and every palette has a different blush colour and different highlight and different bronzing shade or contouring shade. They're lighter, some of them are more pink, some of them are more champagne coloured highlights. So I bought all 3 because I needed them all, because they're all different. The bronzer in this is actually one of the best contouring products that I have from the drugstore. I cannot talk today, what was wrong with me. Definitely worth the money. They're like €6 perhaps, and they come in like the cutest little packaging and they perform really well on the skin. Love them. The final product I want to talk about is by no means my least favourite, because it's actually probably one of my favourites, and it is the Sleek Salsas palette. I just didn't want to talk about it again straight away because I know you're probably sick to death of me talking about this product. It's a highlighting product from Sleek. I have to put it away at the moment because I've just worn this to death all of like the end of July and beginning of August. I need to put it away now because I've done enough damage with it. It comes with 3 powder products and then 1 cream, so they're all highlighting products. It's suitable for most skin tones. There's something in it for everyone. I mean, I know like the purple looks a bit crazy. It doesn't come off bright purple on the cheeks, don't worry. Everything about these colours is just amazing. They go on gorgeous on the skin, really creamy, really blendable. They're not overkill, there's no shimmer in it. There's a nice silky blend to the powders, nothing too choppy about them either. I highly recommend it. I'm sick to death talking about it myself. You guys know how much I love it. I'm not going to say any more about it. Definitely pick it up if you haven't. If you can get your hands on the Sleek Salsas palette, by all means pick it up. It's one of my highest recommendations from this entire video. I love that palette, and I think you guys know that already, so I'm still gonna stop rambling on about it. Thank you so much guys for watching. It means so much to me that you support my channel constantly. We've just hit nearly 150,000 followers. I cannot believe that many of you have hit that subscribe button and are continuing to watch me. Every month my viewers are going up, and it's just so amazing to me. I'm just like a little Irish girl just sitting down here making videos, and like 150,000 of you have subscribed to me. It means so much to me. Thank you so much for all of your support, continued support all the time. I hope you continue to watch me, and I love you guys so much, more than you could ever imagine. Thank you for watching. Mwah. Bye guys.